my name's Trevor. Go by the tag Dr. T online. And I've been working on the development of the Hacash English community for some time now. And I guess I really just wanted to kind of share my thoughts of the current situation of the project, where the future will likely take us. And so for me personally, the first thing that attracted me is the truly decentralized nature of the project. There is no core team, but instead there's several separate teams that all work loosely together for mutual gain, all contributing to not only community development, but also the growth of the core code. I mean, that's publicly accessible and anyone can contribute to that on GitHub. And it's that truly decentralized development that really drew me to Hacash. In fact, I think the white paper was written anonymously in 2018, and it produces an intriguing mystery akin to to Satoshi, where there is no centralized leadership. There's only a shared vision, and I think having a shared vision but no centralized leadership is how you get strong success for a long period of time. When you have centralized leadership, well, you can have short-term success. But for visions like Hacash, where we're aiming decades out, it's that decentralized contribution that I think really kicks into gear for the long-term success of it all. And the Genesis block was actually mined in February 2019, I believe. And so Hacash the blockchain's been running profoundly smooth for a little over 3 years now. And I've seen some really beneficial changes to the ecosystem already, such as I think the biggest one was burning of diamond bidding fees. That's huge. We are burning supply at an enormous rate, which is generally a good thing for investors. And then also some really cool features like diamond visualization and searching. And then even some channel chain activations I've been seeing here lately, which is one of Hacash's key features there. And then of course, hash rates are hitting all-time highs all the time. Token prices are following that, so we're breaking new highs regularly. So I'm glad to see that there's a lot of activity and interest in such an early project. And so we can see that momentum building in the short period of time that we've been doing this. And the project really is just getting started. It's still a really early project relative to its grand mission. And what is that grand mission? Well, Hacash, we believe that although Bitcoin is revolutionary, it's not perfect. Very rarely are the very first things of a technology type going to be perfect. In fact, there were precursors to Bitcoin that just didn't work out. Bitcoin was the first one to solve several problems, one of which being the double spend and things like that. And then the first to get popular. And I think that is key, but it's not perfect, especially in the sense of its monetary nature. And that's a huge shortcoming for something that needs to operate as a currency. And so Hacash's mission isn't to subvert or replace Bitcoin technically, but instead to integrate Bitcoin's success. And it's that really hooked me to Hacash, because I've been in crypto since 2016, and I can't tell you how many different tokens I have seen that talk about they're Bitcoin killers or Ethereum killers or Tron killers, whatever it is. We are not here to kill Bitcoin. We are here to make it better, to integrate into its success. And to do that, the Hacash's monetary nature is really reflected in, one, the way that its currency is issued. So the Fibonacci sequence, ensuring that late joining miners can earn higher rewards as the rate of supply increases. It'll decrease later, but first it'll increase. Two, there's actually 3 different levels of the heterogeneous currencies, right? The Hacash diamonds, the Bitcoin, which is transferred into the Hacash blockchain, which essentially becomes a Bitcoin black hole, which again is an incredibly intriguing aspect of Hacash. And then of course, Hacash itself. which is the general currency that runs the entire blockchain. We mentioned on the channel chain settlement that real-time settlement of large-scale payments, right? Bitcoin is bound by its block size. It is not going to be able to get the TPS of, let's say, something that Visa needs, right? It's just not going to be able to reach those levels. And so with channel chain, we're actually able to. In fact, there's theoretically no upper limit. If we have enough energy, we should have infinite ability to transact. And that's that L2 solution. That's what Bitcoin's working on right now. That's already built into Hacash, which is saves so much time and is incredibly cool. And then of course some really cool optional features, right? Privacy, that's built in. Defense against 51% attacks, that's huge. And then flexibility in third-party financial services. I think all of that really just reflects the first sentence of the Hacash white paper, where it says, hey, we've come to a threshold of the era of monetary system reform. And the emergence of Bitcoin shows us the direction that we're moving as a species. And Bitcoin's an amazing value, beyond doubt. But it does not mean that it's the best and final solution. Just like how we mentioned, there was predecessors to Bitcoin, and there's predecessors to all the different technologies that we enjoy today. I think human beings always have that need to move forward rather than just be satisfied with what they have. We always want to explore. We always want to push the limit. And so I think the purpose of the emergence of Hacash is to prove that the only way to surpass Bitcoin is to achieve that large-scale use of cryptocurrency in real business through that monetary nature that's described in the white paper. I think we saw in 2017, anything can be tokenized, right? We saw that with the launch of Ethereum smart contract. Every single business model under the sun was tokenized in 2017, and we saw awesome market capitalization, and then everything just went to shit because we don't need everything to be tokenized. We don't need the new cutting edge blockchain technology. Instead, we need to address monetary nature. That is the next era that our species is moving towards, and Bitcoin was the very first successful step in that direction. And I think Hacash could be that next step. It's a long shot, and it's a long-term goal, but the right mechanisms are there. And so that kind of really why I'm drawn to it. So little drawn out there. I appreciate you guys listening there, kind of getting my whole head out there as to why I'm really interested in Hacash and its continued development.